What's up guys, in 2021 we have seen a big change in the professional men's doubles scene and the direction in which it's going in. At the moment it is clear that the best pair in the world are from Chinese Taipei, Li Yang and Wang Chi-Lin. They have been by far the most successful pair and consistently won all of the tournaments that they have played in. Let's just look at how good their results have been. Before this video starts, I would really appreciate it if you guys hit the subscribe button and like the video to help support the channel. Thank you. Starting in January, the first tournament of the year was the Onyx Thailand Open with a $1 million prize pool. In the first round they beat the top Danish pair Kim Astrup and Anders Rasmussen quite comfortably actually, 21-13 and 21-18. And then in the semi-final they gone on to beat the Korean pair Cho Suk-yu and Soo Seung-jae in 3 games. And then in the final they beat Go Vi-shem and Tan Wee-kyung, who were playing really well in this tournament. This tournament started the year off really well for them and was a massive achievement considering that they haven't won a badminton tournament of this size before. Moving on to the Toyota Thailand Open, which is another massive tournament just after the Onyx Thailand Open, also with a $1 million prize pool. Here again they showed some really great form, beating a lot of the top pairs. For example, even Mark Lamsfors and Marvin Seidel from Germany, a top pair in Europe. They comfortably beat them. And then going on to beating the pair ranked higher than them, Mohammad Hassan, Hendra Setiawan, something that they've done a lot this year, which I'll be going into in their next couple of tournaments. This was actually quite a close game, and they only just beat them in the second set to go to 3 games and then beat them in the third. They also beat Aaron Chan, Solway Yik, another really good pair from Malaysia who are like top 5, top 10 in the world consistently now for at least a couple years. Then in the World Tour Finals, despite them having quite an easy group and road to the final, they still managed to win all of their games, beating some of the top English doubles pairs, Ben Lane, Sean Vendy, and Chris Langridge and Marcus Ellis. As well as that, they go on to beat Mohammad Hassan and Hendra Setiawan again, 21-17 and 23-21. Obviously, they're ranked second in the world, so that is an amazing win for them. And that's beaten them twice now in the same month, just only like a week after one another. This meant Li Yang and Wang Chi-Lin won all 3 of the top badminton tournaments in January, all with a 1 million and 1.15 million prize pool, despite them not being the favourites in any of them, proving that they're one of the best in men's doubles this year. Although you have to remember that the likes of Hiroyuki Endo, Yuta Watanabe, and the world number 1s Kevin Tsukamolio and Marcus Gideon weren't in these tournaments, so when you're looking ahead at the Olympics, you might have been thinking, well, they're going to have some tougher games to play. Going into the Olympics, they certainly had these games and actually started off not looking that well, where they lost their first game to the Indian pair Satwik Saraj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty. They looked incredibly nervous in the group stages, and they were in one of the toughest groups of the Olympics. They then beat Kevin Tsukamolio and Marcus Gideon to qualify. This series was really close, but I honestly didn't think that they played that well compared to what I know that they can do. Even despite beating the world number 1s, which sounds silly. Their quarterfinals was another extremely close game versus easily one of the top men's doubles pairs right now, Yuta Watanabe and Hiroyuki Endo. They were coming into the Olympics in great form too after winning the All England. However, the Chinese Taipei pair were able to get past them. Their next 2 games in the semi-final and final were actually reasonably comfortable against the best pairs in the world. Once again they beat Mohammad Hassan and Hendra Setiawan, although this time it was even more one-sided than in the previous tournaments. The difference in performance from their group stages to the semi-final and final were night and day, and I think a lot of this was because of their confidence. They had no easy games in the Olympics and by far deserved to win the gold medal and cement another massive achievement for them. When you look at what they have won this year and how they have played, they definitely look like the best men's doubles pair in the world. Hendra Setiawan and Mohammad Hassan are ranked 1 spot higher than them, although they have a record of 3-0 against them this year. With Hassan being 33 years of age and Setiawan being 37, it's hard to think that they would get any better, and are likely going to get worse and drop down the rankings in the next year. You then have to think, are Li Yang and Wang Chi-Lin better than Kevin Tsukamolio and Marcus Finaldi Gideon? And I would say yes, that they are at the moment. Obviously Kevin and Gideon haven't played that much this year compared to the Chinese Taipei pair, but from what I've seen the Indonesians don't seem to be their self, and I was puzzled when I was watching them at the Olympics. Mentally they didn't seem right, it looked like almost they had an argument and didn't want to play with each other, which sounds so weird at the Olympics. They didn't have that spark which makes them so special and separates them from other pairs. Not only that, but they made so many unforced errors, giving their opponents 3 points, which you just can't do against the best pairs in the world. Even when they played their first game at the All England, they lost a set to a much lower ranked English pair, which you would never really seen from them in the past. I honestly might be speaking a little bit too early, and of course they are still easily one of the best pairs in the world, and I actually still do think that Kevin Sukamolu is the most technically gifted men's doubles player. But from what I've seen this year, they haven't been playing on the level of Li Yang and Wang Chi-Lin. You also have to think Li Yang and Wang Chi-Lin are both only 26 years of age and will definitely only get better. You only have to think a couple years ago they were playing nowhere near the level that they are now. So in that time they have improved immensely. You can really tell when they are nervous, like at the start of the Olympics, compared to what they are like when they're playing in full flow, feeling confident to play each shot, and especially keeping calm under pressure in their defence. I think that this year's results will definitely help them with their confidence and nerves when they are under a lot of pressure. They have already won the biggest badminton tournament a player can win, so any tournament after this will surely have less pressure on them to what they have already experienced. I just hope that they can keep the same intensity into every game like they have done this year. You can see how much it means to them when they win each game and win their tournaments, with their celebrations. I just think this is one of the reasons why they are the best in the world. They really seem to want to win it the most. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that Li Yang and Wang Chi-Lin are the best men's doubles pair in the world right now, or is it a bit too early to say? Thank you for watching and have an awesome day.